Hi there, just a quick update on Winx, who was dominant again last Saturday.
She certainly was. There was no easy race when you're training a horse like Winx. You don't just go to the races and expect to win, and you know firsthand what it's like, the pressure that's involved in going into the race. And since winning her third Cox Plate, you've got a 6-week spell, 4-week pre-training period. The workload gradually intensifies as it does with us, making sure everything's going right. And the closer you get to race day, I think you feel a little bit easier knowing that everything's gone to plan. But then the reality sets in that she's got a huge following. She's expected to win. You still need luck at running, conditions, you name it. So once those barriers opened, it was a relief to see her back at the races in the best possible condition. Everything's gone to plan with her, and as we saw from the 600 metre mark, once the pressure started to build, she just cantered up to them, and it was a pretty good sight, wasn't it? The 400 metre mark, I think. While a lot of people were there enjoying the race, we were just shaking our heads with amazement to see her come back so well. So good news is she's come through the race with flying colours. Ben was happy with it.
Yeah, very happy. Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
So now she's...
So a pretty quiet week this week, and from Saturday step up the workload again. 3 weeks to her next run, so that'll be in the George Rider, which she won impressively. I think she actually set the highest rating race of the world when winning it last year, so obviously it's a race that suits her. And what more can you say? We've come back in great shape, and she looks to be in for a very good preparation. Following the George Rider, everyone wants to know where she's heading. We're not going to go into that today. I could spend a day talking about it if you needed me to.
We do.
You do? Yeah. So I would say she's going to run on the Queen Elizabeth 3 weeks after the George Rider, and who knows where we head to after that. But all systems go for the George Rider, and most likely the Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, sounds exciting. A quick update from for our runners from Victoria and the Gold Coast. Melbourne, Shillelagh.
Hasn't had any luck in the two races she's had so far this prep, both being Group 1s. Drops to a Group 3 or a listed race on Saturday, the Matron Stakes, over the 1600 metre distance at Flemington, which is of course where she won her Group 1 back in the spring, over this distance. So we're hoping that distance, better draw, carrying a big weight, but as a set weights and penalties, she's not too badly in under that scale, but just does have to carry a big weight.
Okay, heading up to Doomben, where we have Cars Off, who's got a number of entries.
Probably stay in Sydney.
Irish Optimism.
Ready to win. Good run last start, running second. Soft track, as expected up there, won't be a problem for him.
And X-Pac, Jeff Lloyd.
If he runs, it'll only be on a soft 5 or better, and therefore be hard to beat. I doubt the track will be good enough for him, but he's going to go up there and look out for him when he does run.
Okay, what about Aquatic heading on up there?
Going terrific, going for 3 in a row. Last 2 wins, of course, were in Sydney. He'll appreciate the mile up there. He's drawn well, good jockey aboard. He's a good chance of making it 3 in a row.
Okay, race 5 for Tensky. Hasn't been out of the first 2 all prep.
He hasn't. He's run terrific races. Might have been a bit close considering he was running at Caloundra last week. Just a long straight, just got a bit tired late. Saturday's race would see him on a 6-day backup. Reason for this is there's no races until the end of March for him, so we'll probably run him, give him 7 days in the paddock and then back into the stable. But he's thriving, he seems to come through the race well. It's a nice race for him with Robbie Frard back in the saddle. Robbie won on him 2 starts ago.
Okay, race 6, Tivoli Street, Robbie Frard, looking for a 3 in a row.
3 in a row. So drawn well, barrier 2, very well suited to the set weight scale of the Class 3 race, and work's been good through the week, should be hard to beat again. Right distance, lot to like about him.
And last but not least, Queen of Heights is drawn beautifully in 16.
Well, maybe. It's the last race today. They normally come down the middle of the track at Doomben, so look, it's not perfect, but good jockey in Jeffrey Lloyd aboard. So she's gone up there for the easier races. Can't fault her form too much from Sydney. The boys in the first three, including running races prep. There's a bit of speed on, tough mile. She'll be there at the finish. Hello there.
A quick update on the Randwick Guineas meeting. Race 1, number 1, Oklahoma Girl.
Carrying the top weight in a Group 3 race. She's got a rating 86. How does that happen?
Well, she's Group 1 placed.
She is. This is a race she's been set for, and next start over 1900. Struggling to find a form, but each of the jockeys this prep have said that she's looking for a wet track. So she'll at least get a soft track on Saturday. And she's ready to find some form. She's overdue.
Okay, and Pioneering, barrier 5.
Struggling to find her best form, but again, the riders have said she's looking for a bit of give in the tracks. Go back and have a look at her soft track forms. Soft track form, and you'll see that it's superior to a good track form. So that'll give her a chance, and she is pretty well suited at the weights with Brenton Abdullah in the saddle.
Okay, into the Todman, Performer.
Worked well. He's come on nicely thanks to his first up run and some good work since. Saturday's race drops to set weights. Last start it was set weights and penalties where he carried an extra 3 kilos. There was no pressure in the race. He just scraped home, but nonetheless got the job done. Track riders suggest he's improved since that run.
Correct.
We think he's improved. He looks fantastic. Lovely mature colt with a very bright future. Of course, won his 2 starts to date. And drawn 7, I don't think it'll be a problem. Just sit back, be a racehorse and charge home late.
Okay, into the Canterbury Stakes where we have last stop winner Endless Drama, barrier 4.
Yeah, coming back 100 metres in distance, but he's a good horse. And obviously, if he can get a Group 1 win next to his name in terms of a stallion, it certainly makes him a valuable horse. So let's hope that's the case on Saturday. Good draw, Ty England rides again. He's at home on a soft track, so there's no knock on that.
Okay, and we also have Fox Place, second up.
Yeah, well, she's a Group 1 winner at Randwick on a soft or heavy track, so if the track stays in that soft range, it's certainly going to help her. And barrier 9's a bit of a concern, but what more can you do? And at least it's Randwick. Kira McAvoy rides, perfect match.
Okay, into the big one, the Randwick Guineas. We have 4 in it. Tangled, second up. Good first up.
He was good first up. You'd expect him to be more competitive over 2000 next start. He is Group 1 placed at the distance, so I'm not saying he can't win, but I think two weeks' time in the Rose of Guineas is when you'll see the best from him.
Okay, and D'Argento has an awkward barrier to contend with.
Bad draw. Hugh won't have many options. He normally gets back, so I'd say just settle in behind midfield. If he jumps well, stepping up and trip, maybe he can settle a bit closer, but realistically, go back. Hope that there's a bit of speed on, get on a 3 wide line and see how he finishes off. His last start run was brilliant after his good first up win. He's certainly up to this level as we saw last start in the Hobartville, just needs an ounce of luck from the draw.
And Chaotic, blinkers go on.
Yeah, a little bit disappointing in his midweek race against the older horses with the top weight last start. So blinkers go on, comes back to his own age group. Look, 6 weeks ago we would have thought he would have been our leading Randwick Guineas hope, but things haven't quite worked out the way we like them to. But can't fault the horse, the way he's working, the way he looks, he's sound. So let's hope he can get back to where we think he should be at.
And also Tangmere, who scratched from today due to the wide barrier, is drawn wide again, unfortunately.
Yeah, Tangmere is probably similar to Tangled, where he's going to be better over 2,000 metres at the Rose Hill Guineas, but I just feel this race is an important stepping stone for him. His work's been really improved.
Outstanding.
He's the big improver of the 4, I would say. And certainly with the right bloodlines, but just from the draw, mile, first time at this grade, it's probably going to be a bit much for him, but I think he'll be the eye-catching horse out of the race.
Okay, into the last we have Patrick Aaron, barrier 9.
Yeah, New Zealand horse come over here with a really good reputation behind him. He's won, I think, about 10 starts, 5 of them on soft tracks. So a class stayer. 2,000 metres is certainly going to be a bit short for him. He never got on the bridle over a short trial last week, but he's come on nicely since then. Very fit horse, but look out for him when he gets closer to the Sydney Cup.
And Leopari from soft barrier and barrier 5.
Much better run last start. He'll appreciate a soft track. At least showed last start he's competitive at these types of distances, so a bit of confidence going into Saturday's race knowing he's going to get a soft track.
And unlucky last start, Wood.
Yes, he was. Very unlucky, fresh up. One thing about this horse, he's not as effective on soft tracks, so that's my concern with him, but gee, he's come up well, come through that run well, and this 2,000 metre distance will certainly suit him. So let's hope for a bit of dry weather for Allwood coming into Saturday.
And Karzov from barrier 2.
Yeah, look, he's in and out of, I wouldn't say he's in and out of form, but he's a hard horse to get over the line first. He has won a race this preparation, wasn't far away last start. I think he'll appreciate a soft track. So right distance, right down at weights of 53 kilos, he's a lightweight chance.